Hey guys, it's Keith. Welcome to my channel. I hope that you're having a good weekend so far. Let's talk about the new Netflix original film, Death Note. Death Note is directed by Adam Wingard and is based on the Japanese manga of the same name, which was originally created by Sugumi Oba and Takeshi Obata. I read that off my phone because I wanted to make sure I got those names right. The movie stars Nat Wolff, Lakeith Stanfield, Margaret Qualley, and Willem Dafoe. It's about a young teenager named Light Turner who receives a death note from a death god named Ryuk. And in this death note, he can write anyone's name and a method of death, and that person will die by those means. And he uses this death note to first impress a girl, and then together the two of them attempt to become kind of a world-renowned deity to detract criminals and just general bad people from doing harm to others. And for a little while, things go their way. The world begins to acknowledge that there is some sort of higher power that is mysteriously killing people. However, authorities quickly decide that if this is a person that's doing this and not a deity, then that person needs to be stopped. A quick note, I don't have a lot of attachment to the source material that the film is based on. I have not read the manga. I have seen most of the anime that is also based on it, but not all of it, and so I don't have a lot of skin in this game. With that being said, there are a few things that I quite liked in this movie. Adam Wingard directs it very beautifully, and I think the cinematography in it is actually really, really good. The movie also sounds really good. Atticus Ross and Leopold Ross provide the original score. It's kind of a synth-based, it's a real dark and moody. I really have a thing for those sort of scores going all the way back to old John Carpenter movies. The leads of the movie, Nat Wolff, Lakeith Stanfield, Margaret Qualley, and Willem Dafoe, who's more of a side character, are really good. Ryuk, who is played by Willem Dafoe, is the death god, and he is scary looking, very faithful to the source material, and they film him kind of always in the background, in shadow, slightly out of focus, and it really kind of keeps you at arm's length from him, and I found that to be very effective. Nat Wolff, who plays the main character, is good with what he's given. Light sort of comes across as an idiot. One of the very first things he does after he realizes that it's legitimate is, like I said, he tries to impress this girl that he barely knows, that he just has a crush on, played by Margaret Qualley, who actually is quite good in this. I have not seen her in anything else. But that character, Light Turner, just comes across as a fool, honestly. And the main antagonist of the film, L, played by Lakeith Stanfield, is really good. He's a very weird character, and I really like that. He's very calculating, and honestly, I would have liked a little bit more of him in the film. There are some things, though, that are holding this movie back from being as good as I think that it could. It feels very rushed, especially the first chunk of it. Light receives the death note in the first 6 minutes. By 10 minutes, he's used it and believes that it's real. And after Light convinces the girl he has a crush on, Mia, that the death note is real, and together they hatch a plan to start using it, there's a montage where the world kind of accepts this new reality with there being a death god, seemingly, in it. And I think it was a mistake to make that a montage. I would have liked to have that a little bit more fleshed out. And I thought that part was one of the more interesting bits in it. It's really before the cat and mouse between Light and L starts. And I just think that it would have been better to spend more time in there with him learning how to use the death note properly. Also, a quick addendum to what I said earlier with the music. The original score, I think, is very good. However, there's some licensed music in this film that is baffling. I won't tell you what songs they are because honestly, when they start, it's just a laughable moment. I don't think that's what they were intending, because one of the moments is kind of the climax of the movie, and it's just a ridiculous moment. And wow, I don't know what they were thinking putting in the songs that they did. Very out of place. Overall, Death Note just feels like a missed opportunity. I feel like that it would have been better suited as a series on Netflix rather than a movie. But with that, it's a quick 95-minute watch time. If you have Netflix already, give it a go. It's the weekend. Have some fun. But really, it's not very memorable. And I think if you're a hardcore fan of the source material, it might even piss you off. Death Note gets a 6 out of 10. That's another movie review here on my channel. I appreciate you watching very, very much. Tell me what you thought of the film in the comments below, and then we can talk about it. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down whether or not you liked the video. Feel free to subscribe. And tell me what your favorite anime or manga adaptation to film is. I don't really have one. I really like Akira, if that counts. But usually when they're like live action, they're straight trash. With that, I'll see you guys next time.